Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sport, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sport, come see what we about.
Three-pointer of the game.
Jay-Z in a Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. And he was
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
So everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
You on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We'll say it.
Recording in progress.
Hello. No, we're live. We was just talking before the show a little bit. But shout out to everybody. You know, we think it's a sports show. You know, the guys is back. You know, Mills, Preach, Rad, and our guy Mike is still on hiatus, y'all. He's still on hiatus.
Yeah.
He's working. You know what I'm saying? Doing some reffing gigs, trying to get the girls right, trying to get the guys right. But you know, we're excited today. We're definitely excited today. Definitely want to come with a new show. And I guess we got to talk about Valentine's Day, right? That's kind of the big thing coming off the weekend. Or really, I guess Monday. It was yesterday, Monday. You know, we're here Tuesday. You'll hear this either today or tomorrow or throughout the week, whenever you want to listen to it. But so let me ask y'all guys, what did y'all do on Valentine's Day? I'm gonna go to Mills first, since Mills had the big soiree. You know what I'm saying?
On Valentine's Day, I just flew back home. Took my wife to Orlando for the weekend.
Get it.
You know, when you've been together for a good amount of time, we've been together 10 years. So it's like, yo, what do I buy now? What do I buy next? What do I do? You know, and
You bought it all.
Well,
You bought it all.
my wife has like seasonal depression, man. So when it's wintertime, it's cold. You know, she's
that's wild.
yeah, I mean, she's down. Like, you know, she's down.
That's
So,
a wild statement. I just want to be clear on that.
Hey, as
It's out there.
you learn things about your significant other when you're together and you talk. So it's good that I knew that. So you know, I decided to, you know, change it up a little bit and surprise her with a weekend getaway to some sunshine, 84-degree weather in Florida. With the Universal Studios.
Ooh,
Overrated.
okay.
Is that your first time?
First time. Well, I went to Universal
Mills.
Studios when I was like 10.
Do this for me.
It don't really count.
We do a podcast every Tuesday and every Monday. Shout out to Over the Bills. Generally, we're supposed to throw out our gum before you start speaking. So just do that for me when you can. But you can continue.
I didn't know that was a rule for the podcast.
It's definitely a rule because when you're chewing, we can hear that. And then our listeners can hear that. And that becomes very annoying to them. But
you know, when you eat something that don't have a good scent to it, sometimes you put gum in your mouth, thinking that somebody can, you know, smell your breath. So
But
I'm talking, I'm anticipating somebody being around me, but they're not. So
you're right. They're not around you. And you live with your wife. We heard her screaming at you earlier. And I think it's just the dog. So, Mills, I don't think you're worried about your breath in front of anybody. That's just my opinion.
You're right.
All
I mean, it's a personal
flavor.
thing. It's a double mint. So I'll chew. But yeah, Universal.
What's the top gum? Is Winterfresh still the top gum?
Nah,
Is that
I don't
like
double
universally
mint, bro.
top gum?
Winterfresh is not the
Double
top
mint.
gum at all.
Double mint the
It's
top
double
gum?
mint.
Nah, it's
Absolutely.
It's either the 5 gum or what gum?
The
do I?
5 gum?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Or it's the I can't think of the gum
Pyramid?
right now. Hold on, y'all can talk.
I think the top two gums is definitely Winterfresh, and I put double mint. I think it's
I think Winterfresh took the back burner when he used to talk about remember he used to say it lower your sperm count and stuff. People used to, you know,
Word?
Yeah, they used to say
I didn't hear
Winterfresh
that.
lower your sperm count. So a lot of people chew it no more.
I never
I
heard
was
that.
always a double mint.
Well, it didn't low mine.
You know what
I was
though?
always a double mint and big
It
red.
didn't low mine. I'll tell you that.
Orbit is actually the best gum.
Orbit?
Absolutely. Whenever
I
I
he's talking
go,
about flavors, preach. I don't think he's talking about brand.
I mean, whatever.
Well,
Brand,
yeah,
I mean,
because no,
whatever.
you're right. Because some of the Orbit brands is not necessarily, but the two I'm thinking of is the dark blue, and actually the dark blue is
That's
just the
peppermint.
best gum. Okay, peppermint. There you go, Mills. You know, I'm glad you're a gum connoisseur.
I am, man. It helps me get through my day. I tweet all the time.
Oh, all right. I'm about to say thinking about
Yeah,
that's
we
kind
see.
of weird.
Even on the pod.
Yeah.
But so you went to Universal Studios. I mean, I think I tend to agree with Mills. I hate Disney World, and I'm gonna be honest. I want to say I hate Disney World, but like going as a child, it was very difficult for me because it's very hot and the lines are long. I think it is overrated because it's just like the experience is kind of tainted. And when I was going, express lines did mean something. I will say that.
They
Like
still got them now.
Express lines don't necessarily mean as much now because generally, if you're going, you just bake that expense in because it's like you don't want to wait in the lines. So everybody is in express lines. So sometimes that's not the key. So express lines did mean something. So I did get through the lines faster when I was a child. But it's just an overall, it's a lot of walking. It's hot. Everything is very overpriced. It's just like, it's a lot going on. Now, even as I got older, it really was just a dud. Like, you know what I mean? It's a dud. And going to any amusement park with children, it's just like, oh my God, man.
Don't get me wrong. It's a good experience. But like you said, the prices are just insane. Like, there's no reason you should be spending over $150 for one ticket to go to an amusement park. But Universal got 3 separate parks.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
You're only allowed to go to one park. Yeah, $160 for one person.
Pandemic inflation.
Bro, that's crazy.
I mean, it's inflation, bro.
It's wild.
Like, you get a 2
But I do got a question for you guys because we was there. And like you said, the Express line sold out, so we didn't even have an option to get Express tickets.
Terrible.
But reason being, at what age should somebody stop performing? Like, if they're like an artist, like a musical artist.
No age.
At what age? No age?
No, there's no age.
When they lose it.
No, you don't stop performing when you lose it. That's when you really perform. That's when you go hard.
What?
Why would you stop performing when you lose it? That doesn't even make sense. Because we all gonna lose it.
Because it's terrible.
But we all lose it. That's actually a part of life. So I mean, like
But how do you know you lost it? Because some people are still gonna be engaged with you and gonna vibe with you regardless.
That's the point.
If you feel you lost it.
If you still got a fan base, you get after it. I mean, I'm not. It's a different capacity in your life, right? You may drop the venue down, but you can always hit you can hit a Disney World venue, bro. That's it. That's it. Why not?
Who lost it? Who definitely lost it?
Yo, bro, they had Neil. Do y'all remember the Neil Diamond posters?
Yeah.
Like, I never listened to Neil Diamond, but I assumed at this point when he was here in Buffalo, he had lost it. Whatever he had, whenever he was doing those little clubs in Buffalo, I'm sure he lost it at that point. But it's like you just gotta still do what you gotta do. That's your calling card. My question to y'all is this: if Charles Barkley goes to a basketball court, you don't think he just gonna pull up one good time? Just what I'm saying?
No,
never.
No.
Not at all.
I think it's bad.
I didn't say he was gonna hoop. I say he's gonna.
He probably don't even think about basketball no more.
He ain't gonna ask for no.
He don't even
bro.
think about basketball no more. It's over for that man, bro. It's quiet.
I don't think he asked for a shot. The reason I asked is because Diana Ross was performing at Universal Studios.
Oh, you saw Diana?
No, we
you
left.
saw Diana?
It was that bad?
Yeah. I did. Well, they had a Mardi Gras parade right before, and it was like one of those things. I didn't feel like walking back to the other side to go see Diana Ross perform.
What's the famous Diana Ross song? I'm losing it. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't even tell you.
I couldn't think of it. We was thinking
She's
about
more
it the other
famous
day.
than I don't even know what song. What song is the famous song? What Diana Ross song? We gotta know it, but it don't come.
We
quick.
are family. No, it's not.
That's Diana Ross?
No.
That's not. Yo, wow.
No, I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Oh, okay.
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 So what's she gonna do? She gonna
that's-
sit in the
that's-
chair
that's
and sing it? I'm sure she's not dancing up there. She's 78.
She look good for her age,
Yeah,
bro.
but the thing is,
She always look good.
You can't throw out everybody that gets old. Like and people like just like when they had what's the group?
But that's high energy performers.
No. What's the one
though.
group that just
New Edition?
New Edition.
Oh.
Remember, like when Bobby was, it
Bobby,
just looked bad, right? And even with the verses, we saw Keith Sweat, and who else was up there? Who Keith Sweat back?
Bobby Brown.
Bobby. It was terrible. Like it was like, yo, this is crazy, y'all. Like this is going too far. This is going too far.
We just saw Shaka Khan was sauced up on the other. I saw a little
but
clip.
you don't throw those people out.
It's a versus on now, right?
I don't know, and I don't know.
Yeah,
Who?
Music Soul Child and Anthony Hamilton.
Oh, that probably hit though. That probably hit.
I will watch it, but I don't remember it.
And we don't know if music has lost it. We don't know if Anthony Hamilton has lost it. But my point is,
neither one.
But they will lose it at some point. Generally,
Yeah, people won't stop going
like that. Yeah, well, and that's when you stop. When people stop coming, you stop doing it. That's the barometer. You do not stop if people are still booking you and they're still. It's just, why would you stop making, like, when we turn, God forbid we ever work this long, but if we do, you know what I'm saying, 60 or whatever, do you just, like, just because you can't do as much, do you want them to just be like, oh no, you good, don't come to work no more? No, that's just
some
not,
people. Some people need to.
some
come to work no more.
Some people need to, but I'm not denying that. But if it's still a job for you to go to, then it's just what you got to do.
For me though, we talk about Valentine's Day. For me, my fiance she's in the hospital right now. So
bro.
Yeah. So we spent Valentine's in the ER. We spent together though. We was together.
Is
we
she
was in
okay?
the ER. She got kidney stones.
Wait.
Yeah, she got kidney stones.
They let you stay in the ER?
Goodness.
They wasn't supposed. Well, the one lady somehow, some way, I didn't get the memo, so I was just in there with her, even though I wasn't supposed to. And then I went back to. I was able to go in the back with her, whatever. But she got kidney stones. So we spent Valentine's Day in ER. But she's doing better. She's good. She should be home tomorrow.
Did they pass?
No, it didn't pass yet.
Oh God.
She gonna have to get surgery to get them blasted. So. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, so they blast them now?
Yeah.
So she don't have to, like, wait till it passes. They can just blast it.
They can blast it. Yeah.
So it don't hurt as much.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay,
the pain,
that's good.
if it's too big, it's a threshold. If it's smaller than like
Don't let it
5
pass.
milliliter, they'll let it fly. But it's higher than that, they gotta blast it because it's too big to pass and it's extra painful. Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah,
okay.
that was Valentine's Day.
So are you the point of contact for Taste for Occasion? Any cake orders and stuff? You filling in?
No, she got her phone. No.
So you don't
Like,
you don't make
the
when
cake?
she
No,
you
she canceled. No, she had to cancel orders. She got Valentine's Day orders and stuff like that. Yeah, she had to cancel orders.
Oh man.
Refund. You know what I mean? Full. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? She don't got no sick leave or nothing like that. So yeah. But yeah, that was Valentine's Day. It was cool. I mean, she's good. She's in good health. So everything's good. You know what I mean? I got her little teddy bear, some balloons, some candy, cookies. You know what I mean? She's straight. It was good though. We good.
That's good. I mean, that's a testament to true love. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying that's the reason why you die old with somebody, because you want them to be there in those moments. I guess that's really what it's there for. Shout out to my girl. We it wasn't nothing crazy. We just went out to eat. Just watched the Super Bowl together. Kind of went out to eat. Just spend some time together. That's all. She coaches girls basketball. So she, you know what I mean. She had practice. They got senior day tonight. So she was running around, kind of getting stuff for the girls and all that. You know what I mean. But so I mean,
Is
it overrated? Oh.
To answer Emil's question, no, she cannot out-coach me. There are a lot of coaches that can't out-coach me. Shout out to Fouls. I forgot.
Would you ever get on her staff?
Absolutely not. And this is no disrespect to her. She's an amazing coach, fine coach, appreciate her. She played college ball too, but so it's not that she doesn't know the game. It's just I couldn't.
Even on some Jerry West stuff.
No, I couldn't.
Okay.
I'm just
okay.
No. And y'all know how I feel about girls basketball. No disrespect to girls basketball, but I just know how I feel about it. And I went to a game.
That sounds so disrespectful.
Yeah, it is what it is. I went to a game and I just like being in that high school world again. It's tough. Like the sideline and all of that extraness, and it's just like that's a lot. I don't want to deal with that. And dealing with the girls, it's just like I definitely can't deal with that. And the parents, I know our parents was just as worse. I'm not saying that they weren't, but it seems like these modern day parents, they're maybe a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they have this false sense of reality. Granted, we did, but now it's more actualized. Like they think that they can kind of morph or will things into, existence. And while some people can, generally you can't. That's not how the world works. So it's just a no for me, just to answer that question. But to answer your other question, is Valentine's Day overrated? I I'll ask this. I'll throw this back at you. Should men get gifts on Valentine's Day?
I don't know.
The way society got it now, it really doesn't matter because they kind of came up with the whole sweetest day. So they kind of made that the guy thing. So I guess I could say that it doesn't really matter if they do or they don't.
I think the man should be thought of.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at this group message, and that's funny, Mills. That's funny. But anyways,
I think what I was saying. I think the guy should be thought of in some type of way. I mean, if that was with a gift, maybe with, I don't know, some a massage. So I don't know. I think the woman should put effort in thinking of the guy during that day as well. I guess that's all I would ask.
Is this if somebody says, so like they say, I am the gift. How do y'all feel about that? If somebody said that they're the gift, how do y'all receive
and mean
that?
it? And actually mean it?
I mean, I don't know what that means. When you say mean it, like, what do you mean by that?
Like if somebody, I know that's like a joke. People, women say, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But if somebody really means that, then that's just like, that's nasty behavior. I think. That's nasty behavior, bro. That's just like, what?
Interesting.
I don't even know what to respond with something like that. Like, what?
Yeah, I agree with Rap.
I hear
That's
you.
wild.
That is wild, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay. I just asked.
That's nasty.
Let me ask y'all this, since we're on the topic of relationships. I guess we could throw a relationship audit. Let's throw a relationship audit out there. Let me ask y'all this: what lengths will y'all go to appease y'all girlfriends, or y'all wives rather, or fiancés, however you want to call them?
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome.
Your significant
it's not
other.
all the same.
Yeah, it's definitely not all the same. Please don't say
I
that.
didn't mean it like that, but I'm saying you got to run through all of it.
But
you just whatever.
What I mean by that is, quick scenario. I'm just throwing out some scenarios. What if there's a function that your significant other is going to, and it's supposed to be a color coordinated event, and what I mean by that is the event is such and such colors, right? If it's a color that you don't want to wear,
Pink.
Pink is a perfect color, Rad. I'm glad you said that. If it's the color pink, should you have to wear it? Do you have to you have to do that? Okay, is that what you're saying? Why, Mills?
It's a formal event, and they gave you specific instructions. Like, why would you go to an event and not follow the instructions that they gave you? They said the color is pink and blue. You wear pink and blue, bro.
But what if everybody doesn't wear these colors? Like, what if it's what if family members and people close to this person was like, nah, I'm just not doing that. Or they don't, you know what I mean? They don't do it the way, you get what I'm saying?
I got a perfect thing. My brother wedding, his colors were blue and pink. And my dad said, I'm not wearing pink.
Facts. And he
didn't wear pink.
And he didn't wear pink. And it was just that. That was that.
So, I mean, what you gonna do? Force him to wear pink? He wore blue.
But he didn't wear pink.
So if it's two colors, I'm okay. If it's blue and pink, you can wear the blue. You don't gotta wear pink. I think that's what it's for. I think what having the two colors is for. All white party is neutral. All black party neutral. But if you doing into
pink, white, silver,
some all that, you gotta be like, all right. Well, I can do the two accents. I don't gotta get off the pink. Yeah,
I get that, Rap.
You can get off that. Now, if you don't want to wear all white, you want to wear red or all white party, that's nuts. People don't. I guess people can have the argument, I don't want to wear white. Then I don't know. At that point, you don't come. I don't know. I don't think you can wear red to all white party. That's what I think. So I don't think you can get away with black to all white party. I think you can do it, but don't be surprised if somebody say something to you, bro. Like, bro, what's good? Or like, yo, can you leave? Like, I don't know. I think you got credence to tell somebody to leave if they got black on your all black all white party.
Bro, I probably shouldn't say this, but my church, we did our little CD, right? A couple years ago, we did a little CD, and the colors was black and white, black bottoms, white tops. And there's one specific person, I don't know if he wanted to stand out or something, but he wore an all white suit with a black shirt, like reversed the whole thing. So like if you look at a photo, like he's literally the center of attention. Like it's insane. And like some people felt that he shouldn't be in the photo. You know what I mean? Because he the one that gave out the freaking the wardrobe. And then
so he did it. He
flipped
did it. Yeah, he
it,
wanted
yeah.
to do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
he wanted to
but-
be.
What
He
you
wanted
call
to be the
it?
center center.
I'm not gonna say no
Can't give
names.
names.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think
But
it's
why?
the
Because
person.
people didn't like the fact that he was gonna be. I mean, I wouldn't even be. I mean, I'm not the person that ever want to be that. So I'm never even mad with the person who do stuff like that. Because I'm like, do you? I mean, it's like, I don't know, just certain type of people that even like doing stuff like that. So I would never even be mad personally.
Yeah,
I got
guess.
I got a question. I guess it's relationship audit esque. But okay. Under what circumstance, or is it okay under any circumstances, your girl or fiance or significant don't have to know, but is it ever okay to still be using an item or a gift that an ex bought you?
Is the item useful for both parties? For me and my significant other?
And whatever, bro, whatever fits your circumstance. Is it okay to use a gifted item from an ex?
I think it depends on what the item is. Like, I wouldn't wear no, like, if an ex bought me like some drawers, I
You
wouldn't
got
wear
to throw out the drawers?
I don't
I
know
wouldn't
why
wear the
he-
drawers. Gotta throw the drawers out.
Why'd
I
you
can't
go
get in the
there
bed.
though, Mills?
I can't
I'm
get in the
definitely
bed
keeping
with
the
my wife
drawers.
with the drawers that my ex bought me. But if it's like a bottle of cologne or something like that, I'm definitely keeping that joint.
I don't understand I mean, I hear you, but I don't understand. I get you, but I would keep the underwear over the cologne,
I think
especially the good pair of underwear. I mean,
it all depends, and it all depends on like the issue.
she
is
don't gotta know. She
that,
can know.
that's
She don't have to know.
That's the thing. Like, are you telling your
Is it okay?
significant other
Yeah.
that this was bought by this person? I got this, from this person. It all depends what it is, because the best gifts are the ones that you use constantly. You know what I mean? The best gifts are the one that you use, period. Let's just start there. Like, if you use it, then it's a good gift. You're using it. You're getting use out of it. So, I mean, if it's something that you're using and that you can continuously use, that means it's...
Like, she bought you some kicks. She bought you some kicks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, clothing is something. But clothing, yeah,
Do you keep
wear
the
that.
kicks?
Yeah, you don't throw your shoes out. I mean, if it's something that you can... Obviously, you can buy new kicks. But, like, I don't... If it's something of sentimental value, then maybe that's something that you talk about. I mean, I don't know. Like, if it's a bracelet that you got from somebody else, do you throw that bracelet out? Do you stop wearing it? I don't know.
Pawn. You can pawn it.
You
Get a
can
new one.
can pawn it, or you can. I mean, if you're the next significant other gets you a bracelet, then you replace it, and you maybe that's the route you go. But I don't know. Like, I mean, like it all depends. Like, if you get an iPad from somebody, you're gonna stop using an iPad? No, that's stupid. I mean, why would you do that?
Because she found out, because your girl found out and said you gotta stop using it.
It all depends on the context and how it is. Sometimes people, but I mean, some of
Now
that.
the second question, she don't know. She find out. She wants you to stop using it. Do you put up a fight or you just stop using it, regardless of what it is? If it's something that you use a lot, the iPad.
Buy it.
She was like, "Yo, I don't want you to use it anymore."
You have to buy one for me. Simple as that.
I would stop using whatever it is. Me personally.
That doesn't make. Why would you stop using an iPad if you really use it? Like, if somebody bought you a computer, you would stop using the computer.
Because it's your ex and your current relationship. Doesn't. I mean, why would you ruin something that you got that's going good over something that ended on whatever terms it ended on? You shouldn't make your girlfriend or your fiance or wife or whatever buy you a new iPad because she don't want you to use the one that your ex bought you. You just stop using it.
Your fiance or your wife shouldn't ask you to stop using it.
I agree with that too.
Okay, then. So, I mean, if two wrongs don't make it right. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think that's petty and childish. Like, I mean, if it's something of sentimental value and it really, like, if it's like a ring or something, it's like, I don't know if you probably should be wearing that. I mean, I don't see the significance of you wearing it if you're in a new relationship, like a ring or, you know what I'm saying, a necklace that means something to that. Probably not, but people do though. People bring all types of baggage into other relationships. What's the difference between a gift?
There's some petty people out there though.
No, you're right. I mean, I just
females and males.
I think it's contextual to the relationship, and if it's something still going on between those two, or if y'all all are still in close proximity to one another in some type of way, then you probably shouldn't wear that, because maybe that may give a cue to the other person, like, oh, since they're wearing what I got them, then maybe, you know what I mean? It's something there. Like, if it's something like that, then yes, you should probably stop. But if it's nothing like that, if y'all ways apart, then I mean, it is what it is.
That's all I got.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
So how do y'all feel about spinoffs? Like movies, TV shows, like, is it worth watching, or is like, yo, this show is already good enough, there's no point in me entertaining something different?
It all depends on how good the show is, right? Prime
original
example.
show?
Yeah, definitely. Prime example, what is it called? What's the Game of Thrones got a spinoff about to come out, a prequel, as you call it. And I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a chance because Game of Thrones was excellent. You know what I mean? So if it has anything to do with House of the Dragons about to come out, I'm going to give it. You know what I mean? But there's some ones I just don't even care about. You know what I mean? So it all depends how good the show was, how interested I am in that world or whatever they created. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I think for the most part, usually disappointing. But sometimes they catch it. Sometimes there's some good things, some good prequels or some good spinoffs that's good. But most of the time, they usually miss.
Yeah, cause I hear a lot of people talking about the Bel Air, though. But I know when they first talked about bringing it out, everybody was saying how they're not gonna watch it. The fresh,
shady. Mills got the shady internet, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Have a spinoff of this show.
Your internet acting funny, Mills.
I told Lex don't add another device to the Wi-Fi.
You actually did
keep
say
adding
that.
devices to the Wi-Fi.
She got the iPad. She got the iPad on. That you got.
I heard you say that. But no, they are talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It's just called Bel Air. I'll say this, because it's obviously this is the season of remakes for whatever reason. Like IP, intellectual property is very, 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 very important to these streaming services. And so if they have the intellectual property of said big show, they want to remake it, right? Like, that's just happening. But as far as a show like that, and obviously all shows depend on the cast, right? But like another show is like The Lord of the Rings. Even though that was not a show, that was huge movies, right? Like some people, and books. Like it start with the books. Mm-hmm. But it's like the intellectual property of it. Like the movies were very, very big to a large audience, but now they're doing a remake on Amazon Prime. But it's like
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. The Power of the
Already?
Rings. Yes, it comes out in September.
They already doing a remake of the Lord of the Rings.
They're not doing a remake, they're doing an entire show, like a show. You know, like the movies, it's just a show.
But it's the same thing as the movie, or it's like further along. You know what I'm saying?
It's I don't know if did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, but I missed it.
Oh, you missed it. They had a trailer for it on the Super Bowl.
Oh wow!
Now, granted, I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. I've seen them.
Me either.
I'm not professing to know everything, but my point is that they are doing a remake of it, and I guess it got all of the same elements. I think it's like a lot of rings or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But to Mill's point, what I was gonna say is with the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, I think that show was so dependent on Will Smith that is something that will never be recreated, right? And there are a lot of shows that's like, like he's actually the actual. They're the show. Like Steve
Wayne
Harvey, Wayne Brother. I mean, like, and obviously we just named a lot of black shows, but I'm sure like
Seinfeld,
like Seinfeld, yeah. Like
I just started Seinfeld. Seinfeld's pretty good. I never really watched. I sat down and watched it. It's actually pretty funny.
I'm not gonna do that. But my point is,
I watched this. Pretty funny.
My point is, it's like those shows are strictly dependent on those people. Like if you don't have those people, you don't have those shows, and those shows have to be contextualized in that, right? So I mean, like it's very difficult. I mean, we talk about that with sequels with movies too, though. Like it's hard to like the sequel is never, but generally you have the same cast of people. You know what I mean? Only time I can name a sequel
even
that worked.
Because The Matrix 4
it was terrible.
It was terrible. One of the worst movies I've ever seen.
The only sequels that hold up, or at least the one sequel that I know holds up, is Next Friday and Friday After Next. You know what I'm saying? That's with a different main character. It's like, even though a lot of the same elements are still there, obviously Ice Cube, so on and so forth, but going from, Chris Tucker to Mike Epps, it's like, it was a huge change, but he made it work.
The Rush Hour
Rush Hour was
1 and 2.
amazing. Absolutely, Rush Hour.
It was good.
For a
They
fact.
kept going.
But that was the same cast though.
yeah,
I'm saying like switching. Switching one person.
Too many great sequels and like whatever. Or
Not at
when
all.
you talk about remakes though.
Yeah.
Because even like me, I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. Huge fan of Harry Potter. But then they kept going with something called Fantastic Beasts, which is like it's not the same.
That's Harry Potter.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts and where
I didn't know that.
Where you find them or whatever. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that's what we Harry Potter.
I never knew Fantastic Beasts was a part of the Harry Potter chain. Ever.
Yeah, it's prequel. It's before Harry Potter.
Well, this is what that new Game of Thrones show, and I mean they
see.
They did
HBO usually
They just did the Irishman. That was a Scorsese, Godfather. It was like a mesh of everything. I mean, it was whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they doing it now. The idea of intellectual property and making things over is tomato. I'm never watching Bel Air, by the way.
I was just about to say I might give. I don't have Peacock. But
that's what it's on.
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Yeah,
it's quiet. Peacock. Yeah.
I'm watching. I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah,
they said Carlton on crack, so I want to see how he act on crack.
Oh, I'm never watching. I'm definitely not watching it now.
It might be good though. It might be good.
I'm definitely not watching.
You know, because Will's. I mean, I'm a big fan of Will. Will Smith is executive producing it, so he's a part of it. Even though he's not in it, he's a part of it. Him and Jada are executive producing it, or if it's just Will, I don't know who.
It's quiet.
But they have a hand in it. You know what I mean? So
it's quiet.
It might actually be good. Actually be good.
I'll say that, like, it's funny now. I don't know if this was the case. I guess growing up, and I don't know if y'all feel the same way. Like, I was more attracted to like the actors into the movie. Like that would draw me. You know what I mean? The actors would draw me. But I guess as you get older and you start to learn more, directors and people who are creating shows kind of, I think that
matter more.
It's actually changing. I mean, I'm sure that's always the case with people who were critical of those, you know what I mean, who worked as critics and they, you know what I'm saying, like those things. But like now I think it's becoming more mainstream. Like even like the whole 50 Cent Power, what's the girl name?
Oh,
that write no disrespect to her, I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, I have a brain fart.
But her name, she like people follow her. You know what I'm saying? Like if she say that, I'm making this show, I think it's going to be an audience that's gonna say, I need to check this out. Shonda Rhimes. That's the reason why I brought this up. It's a perfect person. She made Scandal. She made Bridgerton on Netflix.
You watched it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was great. I watched it. Bridgerton was good.
She signed a huge deal with Netflix to make that show, and she has another show. I've been watching it, Inventing Anna or something like that. Shows like this show is called Inventing Anna. Oh my God,
it's new. It just came out.
Bro. I'm 5 episodes in already.
Oh yeah.
Oh
she nice.
God. I
tell
my girl, I was like, I was trying to get me and my girl to watch it, but she, for some reason, she just wasn't into it. And I'm like, all right, then I'm leaving you. I'm just leaving you. But I don't know, because the first thing that show up when you watch it is, I think something like this is based on a true story. But if you believe this, you're like, it's just something like some disclaimer it's like vague. So I'm sure this is based on somebody's life.
Something. Yeah.
I don't know who it is, but I actually need to find out who it is. I haven't looked it up yet because I don't want to ruin it. But this is crazy, yo. Like the lengths people can go to do certain things, it's amazing. That's a show. What y'all watching? Since we on shows that we watching, what y'all watching?
I'm watching something called Good Girls. So on Netflix. It's weird. It's these 4 moms that came into a financial situation. And they started like smuggling drugs and robbing people, and
that's wild, man.
Now they got caught up with this kingpin dude and trying to find a way out. Kind of weird, but interesting.
It sounds weird.
I ain't watching much. I'm watching obviously I'm watching Demon Slayer. That's anime. I think that's really good. I tried to start Euphoria. But I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. I couldn't get past episode 1 of season. I say, yo, I can't do this, y'all. This too much. It's too much trauma for me.
It's too dark.
I tried it. And I said, I can't do this. My peace of mind is good. I don't need to go down this lane and seeing this. I don't need it. It reminded me when I watched Four Color Girls.
Oh my God.
I said, I'm never watching this movie ever again in life. Whoever created this,
I walked
stop
out.
it. I said, this is too much. It was too much, so I like into that. It's like it's too much for me.
Oh
I said I can't watch stuff like this, bro. I don't need to see
Oh my
the
God.
worst thing that can happen to somebody. I just don't need to see it. I'm sorry.
Worst movies, like one of my top 5 worst movies of all time.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah, it's up
stopped
there.
watching all Tyler Perry stuff at that point in my life. And this is no disrespect to Tyler Perry. I thank God for this black man. I thank God for his studios. I thank God for the work he's doing. I thank God for all the black people he's employed.
Amen.
I support Tyler Perry 1000%. I will not watch it because of Four Color Girls. That's just me. I know my limit. And I said at that point, I was talking to my guy Nick from my church. He watched it. It was like, why would he ever do this? Like, this was crazy. Like, we literally saw people get killed. Like, yo, it was a point in the movie where it's like she was getting abused, and all of a sudden it was just somebody committed suicide. It was like, yo, this is crazy. We don't need this. Nobody asked for this. This is just, it was too much. It's like sometimes too much.
And then
Too much.
Then it was like they just all got to the top of the roof and just cried at the end.
I hate
that was it.
That was one of the worst movies about that.
And it was like, yo, this is. I mean, I get the art of it. Like, if trying to get back to thinking about how it happened, I understand. But it's like, bro, I can't watch that. So go get back to Euphoria. Just like, it's the high school druggy version of that. And I'm sorry.
So no.
Too much happening for me. Can't do it. So I tried that. I tried something else on HBO. It didn't work either. So I'm gonna try the thing you said Annie.
Inventing
The
Anna.
Girls.
Inventing, and I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna try something. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Inventing Anna.
Like I said, I started watching Seinfeld, and
And
on Netflix.
it's a show called Blood and Water on Netflix as well.
I saw that.
You saw it? You should try that. You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
No, I didn't see
All
that.
right.
That's a good one. That's a good one too. It's a couple of them. It's a couple good shows out there.
When I was out on COVID, I binged like everything that was on Netflix. It was crazy, like 30 different shows. I guys Netflix got this new thing that say just play something now, and I just start hitting that. Just play something.
I would never do that. I don't allow them. I don't allow them to curate for me. I do like my certain shows. Like shout out to our guy Matt who's on our Overdue Bills podcast. We watch Vikings. I don't know if y'all watched it. Vikings is a good show. I mean, but everybody, it's not for everybody. But like,
What's a good show for y'all though? Like, what pulls y'all into a show? What should the show have in the first episode, or what should it have on the screen? What should a title be? Like, what pulls y'all into a show? What's a good show?
Have you ever? I'll say this. It's different for me in certain cases. Like I like period pieces. I'm a period piece guy. So if it's a period piece and if it's interesting, you can get me. It's a show called The Gilded Age on HBO. I can watch it. It's a period piece, and it's actually a little bit interesting. So, but a period piece, I'm with it. I do like political shows. For some reason, I like that. I like politics. You know what I mean? Going into like a medieval thing. Like I'm with it. Like if it's something like that, you got me. You reeled me in.
Like Kings is like trying to conquer and
I
stuff like that.
If it's something like that, I'm with you for the most part. If you can give me a king, you give me a sword,
power, some type of power.
Some type of power, some type of politics, some type of, you know what I mean? You going around the back, playing him off her. That whole thing. I like the drama. I like the, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I like
Psychological thrillers.
Because drama, the thing about drama is it's easier to take it in certain doses. And that's a dose I can take it in. I can take the drama and the runaround and like a political or medieval. I can't take it with like regular life, like stuff like that, or relationships. Like that's not for me. But I am
soap opera stuff.
Yeah, but I am into it's a show on Netflix, I think the 5 Lives or 4 Lives of College Girls, some college girl show. On not Netflix, it's on HBO. Great show. You need to watch it. It's like some college girl show. It's like 4 girls. But yeah, that's it. So like for me, that's what it is. Mills.
Yeah, I'm thriller, man. Thriller with some action, little drugs. I'm locked in.
Of course.
Locked and
You
loaded.
like power. Yeah.
So tell me why you
Yeah.
went to go see Scream, the remake of Scream.
That's insane. You should have
Well,
never done that.
see, the reason Well, my wife don't like horror movies.
Okay.
Like she don't really like them, especially ones that got like demons and stuff like that.
I don't like horror movies.
Yeah.
Insidious. Yeah.
I'm done.
And
That's
it was
tough.
like
That's
one
tough.
of those joints
Tough
that's
watch.
classified as horror. So I knew it's like a gray area for me to get her to the movies to see it. So we just went to go see it, anticipating that it would be all right. But yeah, it was horrible.
I mean,
it might have been worse. Right, it might have been worse than that scary movie computer cyber drink. Remember I told you about the cyber movie?
Yeah, bro, Mills decided to go see a movie where the killer was on the internet. It was the killer internet movie. The internet was murdering people that was watching it. It was like, yo,
I would never go pay money to see something stupid like
Mills,
that.
why are you watching this?
Mike, shout out to our guy, Mike. Mike said he's watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I can't get into
Curb
it.
is
You like
that's
it?
my next. I didn't start. I'm watching Seinfeld, and the person who the co-creator of Curb is on Seinfeld. It's the co-creator of. Forgot his name.
It's funny.
It's the co-creator. So my next evolution of watching Seinfeld is gonna go to Curb because they saying it's like really great. So I'm on Seinfeld. I'm gonna go to Curb. I might start Office. I don't know. We'll see. My brother swear by it. He said, he just watch. He could turn on at any point. And watch Office, but I'll see. I don't know. But I want to talk about before we get to Office. I want to talk about Abby. Shout out to Abby. Abby is it Abby or Abbott? Abbott Elementary.
You like that
the
show?
Black girl from Vine. I watched the first 2 episodes.
They swear by it. Like
It's funny.
that's becoming a phenomenon in like the world.
She got it. It's Office, but the school with little kids version.
Oh, okay.
And more hip hopish. You know what I mean? She's good. She's funny. Got all the classic, sitcom, not sitcom, it's funny. She's funny. It's funny. I think it's going to be good. I mean, it wasn't like drop dead funny like the first couple episodes, but it's funny. I can tell it's going to get funny. But yeah, I'm going to end up watching probably Curb.
Let me say White Lotus was good. I don't know. I'm just naming these shows I've seen. Industry was good. This all HBO. You might want to check it out. But I will say this. Curb.
I'm not really heavy on series though. I like movies. I love a good movie, bro. Cause it's like I can do that in an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, two and a half. I can do that. A series gonna give me 10 hours, 15 hours. I got to binge. Is different for me. I like if you give me a great movie.
Short series.
I can do
short series.
A short series.
Yeah, it's like 30 minutes. Like 30 minutes. Like the joint on with the chess girl on Netflix. What was that? Y'all seen that one?
Nope.
Y'all ever seen that joint with the chess girl on Netflix? Oh, that joint was fire. I'm gonna tell y'all their name.
Netflix original?
Yes. Fire.
See, them the ones that got the short series, the Netflix originals. They're pretty good. But most of them, of them got a lot of foreign actors. So it's like they got the whole thing when they're speaking another language, you're trying to match it. What's it called? Match it with the English and overlap it with the
English stuff, like a Money Heist.
Yeah, I mean, they be good.
I started
movies,
Money Heist. I didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it either.
I started. It was good. It's good if it was in English. I probably would have kept going, but it was like it's not worth keep going.
Second, third season. Once you see that they didn't figure out that it's the dude, and it's like the second or third season, and he's right next to somebody, I just can't do it anymore. Like I can't. They still figure him out. I asked somebody. I said it's like the fifth season. I said, did they figure him out yet? I can't. Like,
well, they still in the jail. They still in the jail,
bruh. I don't know.
There's no way they fifth season still in the jail, bruh.
They know they still in the They're not in the jail, bro.
The bank.
They still in the bank, bruh.
Oh my god, I don't want
no, I don't know.
It's just
I'm lying.
You can't be in that bank. You can't be in that bank for so long.
I'm lying. I don't know, but that's once I asked somebody, did they figure him out yet? I was just like, all right, I'm not watching that ever again. The show I'm talking about is Queen's Gambit.
The point of him not to Queen's Gambit. Okay, yeah, everybody talks Queen's Gambit. Yeah, people talks about it. Yeah, I didn't watch it though. I didn't watch it.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna watch it.
How to Get Away with Murder still coming out with episodes too. That was pretty good. I watched
really?
the first season, but I heard
like
on ABC.
Yes, those shows have.
Oh, that means Shonda. But Shonda
Rhimes
is
not. She's not writing anymore.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I mean, because Grey's Anatomy still come out too.
But they still got the IP. I mean, I don't know. Grey's Anatomy been on for like 40. I mean, All My Children, bro. I mean, these shows.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah.
It's a show though. But when y'all brought up Curb Your Enthusiasm, do y'all like watching comedies? I don't watch comedies as I used to for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't, but I enjoy comedy. Like I like Will Ferrell when Will Ferrell was in his prime, right?
But that was peak comedy though. That was peak movie comedy.
I'm just saying, but that's comedy. I like Vince
I think it's
Vaughn
too
when Vince
forced
Vaughn
now.
was in his prime. I like that type of comedy, that dry humor, that just witty dry humor. I like Seth Rogen movies somewhat. Most of them knocked up, obviously, was a classic. But like, I like comedy a lot. It's just not a. That's why I like a good movie. A good movie. Good movies has gone.
That. Yeah,
good movies. I don't. They just foreign now. They just foreign out. I don't know. I don't know.
Because it's either a blockbuster. It's either a Marvel blockbuster, or something that has something connected to an IP like a James Bond or like the Kingsman.
Yeah.
The Kingsman, that was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. The new one, the other Kingsman I watched, but that was terrible.
It's pretty decent, but this one,
but it was just terrible. But I'm just saying, like it's either
a good movie. I don't know.
It's so many extremes. It's none of those like decent movies, like really good decent movies that's being made anymore. And I
some rom-coms coming out. Like I seen like what's the white girl who always good in rom-coms?
I don't know.
The one white woman with the long hair. No, not Amy Schumer. The one she not a comedian, but she always like
the girl from Veep.
No, bro. Okay. The girl from Miss Congeniality, the one with the lady who won Miss Congeniality, the one.
Oh,
remember the joint?
She's a famous actor though.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
she got.
That's a famous actor.
You should have said the one movie. What movie?
Blindside. Yeah.
You could have said one of the action joints.
You could have said Blindside would have been better because that's something that we all know.
Okay, whatever. But I'm saying she coming out with a new movie, like a rom-com she got coming out.
Yeah, it's quiet.
What's her name?
J-Lo had one with what you call it?
She got one. Yeah, she got one coming out.
With the dude with the nose.
It's quiet. No. Yeah, it's like I don't want to see y'all no more. I don't know. It's like I was like, maybe I would have watched that maybe back like 10 years ago, and now I was like, I ain't watching that. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know.
I think that it's so many options out there. Like even those like documentaries, but they're actually dramatized, but not like the doo-doo dramatized version, like the actual dramatized ones. Like, and those are interesting stories, like the OJ trial. Like that was riveting TV. Like I literally could not stop watching. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Even though that's something that everybody knew. I mean, it's a story that everybody knew, but it was like even the group we just talked about, New Edition, like that whole 3-part series, that was crazy.
Yeah,
like,
the Michael Jordan joint.
Yeah.
The last name.
That stuff was amazing, and I think it's so many options out there.
People say that the Tom Brady joint is fire. I ain't watch it yet. I probably might watch it. The Last Man in the Arena, whatever it is, it might be great, but maybe he probably should have came. It's like he's still playing. He probably should have came in maybe years after he started playing. It's like he's still playing. Do you really want to watch about a doc somebody still playing out?
It's crazy. But since you brought that up. We brought up Tom Brady, rings. It's crazy. We've been 45 minutes in and we haven't talked about, I guess, the main thing that happened during the week, which was the Super Bowl, right? Huge event. I don't know how many people watched. Probably millions upon millions of people watched, at least in America. And I guess, what was your thought? I mean, what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to tackle the game or do y'all want to tackle the halftime show? How do we want to do it? Or does it matter? Well,
we go. I mean, it don't matter. I don't know. If we want to talk about sports, I guess we can go.
The game was. I mean, for me, the game was the game. I mean, it wasn't necessarily special. It was a lot of lows. A lot of silly plays. I was upset that OBJ got hurt. I wish that didn't happen. I was very disappointed.
I think he should retire now.
I don't think he should retire because he has to get.
He got his ring. If he tore his ACL again, the same leg, I think I just call it quits.
I wouldn't call it quits. Yeah, he's 27.
I don't know if he's tore his ACL. I mean, he was out. I don't know.
He tore his ACL. Right now. He tore his ACL.
Oh, did he?
The report came back.
He just out and stuff. Oh, okay, did he?
Tore his ACL.
Okay.
Yeah, he tore his ACL.
Oh wow.
So that's unfortunate, but he's about to get paid. He's about to get This is the check.
I would call it quits. You got your ring.
Mills, you don't call it quits when you're about to get paid.
But that's two big injuries.
He's 27.
In a matter of 4 years.
It's an ACL. You don't need your ACLs as you walk for the rest of your life. It's not. They're not important. And it's one thing if he had 1,000 concussions.
Yeah, and I think I hear what you're saying, Mills, but I think this medicine, bro. Cam Akers was
back
in 10 months from Achilles.
That's crazy. We've never seen that before.
He out here starting in the Super Bowl and be a contributor factor.
OBJ will be back mid-season, bro. OBJ will be back mid-season.
That's what I'm saying. Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got hurt mid-season.
He just won a Super Bowl. He just went to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
It's a different world we living in. I mean, it's just a different world we live in. Everything is like it's a different world. Medicine and everything is high.
Modern medicine is
high
amazing.
end.
Yeah.
And there's so many people that turn the ACL. It's like people just getting.
It's a
like
common
people
injury
just do it every
now.
day.
Yeah.
It's like
Clay
get back
Thompson
at it.
tore his ACL, Achilles, ACL. Like I don't know what he
He just
tore.
dropped
Like,
33.
He literally,
He just dropped
he's
33
fine.
last
He's
night.
okay. Kevin Durant's fine. I mean, I think it's fine. We can all agree now that Achilles and ACL injuries are not the be all end all. Like those actually.
nah.
We actually need to move those into a different category. They're not like season
Sprained
like,
ankle?
not sprained ankle,
ankle.
not sprained ankle, but like it's not as bad as we thought it was. But
All right, you just gonna get some time off. We gonna see you again. It's like
Yeah,
we're
we'll
gonna
see you
see you
again.
sooner than later. It's
Yeah.
like it's like because usually ACL's like, damn,
And
maybe
you
a
might
year
be
and a
better.
half, maybe 2. Yeah, you might be stronger. You might come back like you
shout
never
out
left.
AP actually started that trend
Oh, my God.
when AP got hurt and like he came back and it seemed like he was kind of better than he was when he went out. But to me,
Let's talk about the game.
Yeah, talk about the game. Again, like I said, it was it was what it was. I think the better team won. They had the better players. It was evident, like it was clear, like it's better players on this team as opposed to the one that we're playing. But it was what it was.
How I feel about that last series, last drive. A lot of people say, when they say like makeup calls happen, like do y'all feel makeup call happen at the end of the game when they call the holding
For Cooper Cup?
For Cooper Cup.
No, they were holding him the whole play. I mean,
it was a close play. It was a close call, and it just went the Rams' way.
We know.
They got 2 extended series because of 2 penalties,
But-
pass interference and a holding call. Potentially, they could have lost the game.
I mean, true, but that happens every game. But my point
But
is,
it was third down. They had another down.
Yeah,
It was not.
And-
I mean, you just never know.
and the point is what that is, and we can say that with all receivers, but especially Cooper Cup, who is amazing. He is amazing. He's one of the best receivers in the game.
He had
Probably
the best season of all time.
He had the best
He had the best receiver-
Right now.
receiver of
He's
all
not the best
time. Yeah.
receiver, but he definitely had probably.
Shout out to his girl, man.
Shout out to his girl, whatever.
She
that
held it
means.
down for him. She held it down for him. He didn't get no offers coming out of high school to go play college ball or anything like that. She held it down for him so he can go get better condition and get his stuff together.
Yeah, shout out
So
to
he can
her.
go-
But I mean, most girls do that. It's mad dudes that doesn't have any offers in school and they just out here and
Ain't no girl gonna hold you down so you can perform. so
It's
you can
mad
pursue your dreams.
girls.
There's not that many girls. doing
Mad
that,
girls is holding dudes down right now. They call
That's
them
doing way less
homosexuals.
than that.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
not doing nothing.
I
They
shout out to
holding-
them.
they holding
Let's
them-
shout out
they
them.
holding
Yeah,
them.
niggas is just
They
chilling
holding
on the
them down
couch.
because they locked up. They ain't holding them down to pursue no career.
Niggas is still on the couch, bro. Trying to pursue a gamer career. Stop it.
You tried it.
Yeah, like I'm not.
doing
That's
nothing,
regular
bro,
activity. I'm
or-
not. She's not special for that.
Or trying to get off a nick bag.
And he
It's
actually
like- it's
was
like-
trying to get to the league, and he did. It paid off. But you're only saying that because it paid off. Shout out to the girls that it never pays off. But
shout out to women like that.
Yeah,
it is a shout.
It
to that
is.
women.
Shout out to the ones,
Right.
and it never pays off for them. It actually never does. But let
That's
me
not
say
true.
this with Cooper Cup, and to answer Mill's question. No, I'm saying like niggas is still doing the same thing they was doing last. But anyways, he's open on every play, and if he's not open, he's getting held. We know that it's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. He played amazing. And it's crazy because they stopped giving him the ball for whatever reason. I don't know if they were like triple teaming him. But at the end of the day,
I think once Odell, got out, all
Absolutely,
attention went
yeah.
towards him. So
I mean, all
and
attention
they
was
didn't
on
have
him.
Tyler,
Period.
and they didn't have Tyler Higbee either. They had third string tight ends and stuff out there. So yeah, attention go to Cooper Cup. You gotta make things happen. But I like what Stafford did. He was patient. You know what I mean? He got the ball to his best players, his best player. You know what I mean? Crunch time.
You're absolutely right. He did what he was supposed to do. The Rams won. I think that it was indicative of the Bengals season that Aaron Donald showed up like that. You know what I mean? When he needed to show up, because the Bengals line was terrible.
He got sacked 9 times.
I know. I
Was it
mean,
9?
seven
Yeah, it's
times.
crazy.
But the
7?
Bengals offensive line was terrible. I think that they need to. I just think that that's the main thing that they need. I mean, besides the corner, shout out to Eli Apple. But we all knew that Eli Apple was terrible.
So I got a couple questions. So okay, boom. Is Aaron Donald the best defensive player ever?
No. He's top 5 though.
Is he
He's
the
up
best?
there.
Is he the best one you ever seen?
He's in that category. He's in that category of best defense.
Is he the best one you ever watched?
Like
I would say yes, only because he's an interior D lineman, and you don't really see that many interior D linemen that's that dominant. when we speak about dominant defensive players, as defensive ends or linebackers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? To see that he's still dominant when you got like a center and a guard, double teaming him, he still can get pressure on the quarterback. I'll definitely put him up there for me.
He's
three player of the year, 7-time all pro, first team all pro, every 7 times, 8-time pro bowler. Like he's literally like the most sacks since he got in the league, the most quarterback pressure since he got in the league, the most tackles for loss since he got in the league, the most forced fumbles since he got in the league. I mean, he it's literally nothing he couldn't. He got only thing he didn't do is get this Super Bowl MVP. Should he have got it? You know what I mean? We could talk about that later. Who should
Cooper Kupp should have got it.
Aaron Donald should have got it.
Cooper Kupp should have got it. They made the right choice.
There's nothing else. I'm just saying on Donald is nothing that he couldn't have done in his career. Everything in his career is A1. Is nothing.
Yes, I agree.
Perfect. Almost a perfect start of a career.
Aaron winning this Super Bowl puts him in that LT category. It puts him in that Bruce Smith. It puts him like he's immortalized. He's like when you talk about the greats, like he has to be talked about. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has to be mentioned in that category. So for me, it's like I guess he jumps like that Ed Reed. And Ed Reed was a dog. Like
do we jump Ray Lewis?
He jumps Ray Lewis. I think he jumps Ray Lewis. He's in that Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Lawrence Taylor, like that LT,
Deion.
That changed the game. Like
jump Deion.
He's in that realm. Yeah. Like when we say those, like just like in basketball, you can mention Mike, you can mention LeBron now. Like it's okay to mention LeBron with Kobe and Wilt and you know what I'm saying, like Kareem and all those. Aaron Donald needs to be mentioned in that, and Cooper Kupp needs to be mentioned in that. Like he's better than Calvin Johnson.
Think so?
I mean, why is he not?
Because Calvin Johnson was the first ballot Hall of Famer,
and Cooper Kupp will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He literally had the best season.
I mean, if he stopped right now, he'd be a first ballot
Hall of Famer. You don't think so?
No, you won't. Sam, shut up. No, because he had 2 good seasons, if that. One and a half.
Had 2 good seasons. He got hurt. 1.
Oh, Sam, no. I think my question. I think you went too far. My question was, is this like, can we expect this for the next 5 years out of Cooper Kupp? That was my question. Nah, is it like I'm not saying expect. I'm not gonna say expect him to have a triple crown. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, is he top 5 a wide receiver for the next 5 years?
Cooper Kupp.
Is he going to be that, or he just had like a nice?
I don't think he had those top 5 numbers anymore, especially with the Rams being healthy. If OBJ come back, and then you still got to add Robert Woods to that. You got to add Tyler Higbee to that.
I forgot about
Robert Woods. His
he did it with all of them. He did it with all of them there.
Not all at the same time.
He did. Not at the same time. I mean, he started off. He had Deshaun Jackson.
OBJ is not gonna be there. Well, we don't know. OBJ, he's a free agent.
I say if they all come back. If they all come back, I'm sure his productivity
OBJ
is going to go down.
not coming back. Because
there's so many people. Hey,
they don't have enough money. Like they literally pay everybody. The salary cap is strapped. But I think that I disagree with Mills. I think Cooper Kupp is a real deal. He gets open and he catches the ball. I don't know like what would people do to stop him. He's always been good though. Like it's not like he's always been good. He hasn't been this good, but he's always been a very talented wide receiver.
So how you treating him? Is you treating him like AB from whatever 7-8 years ago? Like being a top 5 pick in fantasy drafts, being the guy that's gonna get
he's Michael Thomas
plus catches.
He's Michael Thomas this year. How we viewed Michael Thomas after the season he had, and Tony picked him first. That's Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp will be picked in the top 5.
That's a bad trend because Michael Thomas is.
I mean, Michael Thomas, that was a different situation. He like quit on his team for whatever reason, but I don't think Cooper Kupp is gonna quit on his team. As long as Cooper Kupp plays, he will have 90 yards a game and probably a touchdown. I mean, I don't. Why? I mean. It wasn't like halfway in the season they knew where the ball was going. They still didn't stop it. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why.
So many people lost bets on because they put the over on him because he only got 94, 93. But I mean,
he had 2 touchdowns. I mean, he literally won the game.
I'm saying it's crazy himself.
We won the game for him.
So moving on to the quarterback, Stafford, Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he got the thing was Stafford.
His numbers are great, especially in Detroit with a terrible team. I mean, he still put up amazing numbers. And then you add the Super Bowl on top of it. He definitely should be a Hall of Famer.
We can't.
If you ask Richard Sherman, he don't think he should, but he definitely should.
Did you understand Richard Sherman's argument? Did you respect it?
I didn't hear it.
Richard Sherman pretty much said, because his credentials are bad, even though all those yards and stats, one Pro Bowl, never was a player week, never was a player who won no MVP votes, a losing record. He like 79 and 90 as a starter. He's never was a top 5 guy in no season ever. He just got stats, but he was never good. He said if anybody should be, if Stafford a Pro Bowl, a Hall of Famer, he's saying Matt Ryan should be one, essentially. Because he's as good and probably got better numbers and he got an MVP. But if y'all not saying Matt Ryan won, I don't understand why the conversation about Stafford. So what you thought? What's your thoughts?
While I understand exactly what he's saying, and I'm not saying that I disagree with what
he said. That criteria has been lowered.
It has.
Stafford getting.
I agree with that statement, and the criteria has been lowered in every sport for whatever reason, except baseball. Baseball don't let nobody in, but and maybe that may be a good thing. But as far as Stafford is concerned, I think I do think what he's saying matters, man. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. I'm rings guy. I love a ring because I think it's so hard to do. Like, it's very, very difficult to win a Super Bowl. And when you do it, I don't think it's something to sneeze at. Like that, like, some people can say you get hot, but like, why doesn't everybody get hot then? Like, then everybody should get hot. Everybody can get hot, but everybody doesn't get hot. It's hard to do. So I think that the Super Bowl should weigh heavily on his career. I think when you look back at his career, he's like, he won a Super Bowl. That was amazing. A lot of people don't do that. So that should be weighed heavily. But also, it does mean something that at any point in your career, you were never mentioned with these persons.
Ever.
Ever.
But he was good. He was always like
he was a good quarterback.
Stafford good over there.
He just had a terrible team. Now, and that's the thing. Football is a team sport. But we also know that even though it's a team sport, people who are good still get accolades. They still get Pro Bowls. They still get. I mean, you could be on the worst team in the world, but you're still. Andrew Luck was. They went to playoffs. Like, what you call it?
I'm saying they were terrible. That was a terrible team. He literally lifted them by himself.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Made them a good team, and it was literally just him.
Absolutely,
it was literally just Andrew Luck.
Absolutely, you know and that's the thing. It's like, I would have to sit back. I got to look at Stafford numbers, and I'm gonna look at what you call it said, because
he gonna finish. They say he gonna finish top 5 in touchdowns, top 10 in yards, top whatever. He gonna have the numbers. The numbers gonna be there.
Then he definitely probably is gonna enter in Hall of Fame.
But he has 1 Pro Bowl in 12 years.
I understand that, but I longevity matters, throwing matters, numbers do matter. Like, at some point, you can't be top 5 in these categories, whether we throw the ball a lot, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't matter because everybody's not top 5.
But compared to your peers, you never were seen to. They said he only won Player of the Week 3 times in his career. He barely ever won the Player of the Week. If you're not
winning games, though?
That's the point. And the quarterback is the direct correlation to win games. Like I said, Andrew Luck came into Peyton Manning came into a bad team.
But they're a bad.
I'm gonna say obviously. John Elway came into a bad team. All the number 1 picks came.
But he won a Super Bowl, though. He did, but he still won a Super Bowl.
I'm saying, but they were Pro Bowlers, all pro guys, all throughout losing. Like, they transcended their team to be better. Like 3-13. Peyton was 3-13 with Indy. He flipped them around to 13-3, and they became great.
No.
Stafford was on a bad team, and they stayed bad.
I agree with you saying.
And had Megatron.
We're not. And I guess.
And he had Megatron. Megatron, the first team Hall of Famer.
He's right to say that putting him in the Hall of Fame does put him in the class of Peyton Manning. It does, because Peyton Manning's on. I mean, that's the pinnacle.
And he's not. He's
not that. And that's why. And I don't. And Bill Simmons said this. This is not an original idea. I do think I guess it defeats the purpose of the Hall of Fame, but I think
a different room.
It needs to have tiers, bro. It just does. Like that. It's not fair.
No, bro. Some people should just not get in. It should be a hard line, and Stafford is that line, but you can't get in. And if it really was fair, like an Eli Manning wouldn't get in.
Yeah, but Eli beat the best quarterback twice.
Yeah,
I know, but like that just means something.
Is he?
But
how great is he?
That's not. You can't like. The only issue with the Eli thing is, 1, it's a fluke. Twice, it's just like, I don't know what we're doing now. I don't know what we're doing. This is a lot. To beat Tom Brady,
He was like,
you can't
it was
say
almost
that,
like he
Rad.
was Joe Flacco twice.
I
You know what I mean? It's like,
I know you say that, but
if
like
he was Joe Flacco twice,
but like
how good are you?
he
You know what I'm
literally
saying?
beat the best team that has ever walked the face of the earth. Like they literally were unstoppable. Like Randy put his hand up, they threw the ball and he caught it. It was just like magical. They won literally every game except the Super Bowl. We
You're
can't just look. We can't turn a blind eye to these things, man. That's my point. Like rings matter, bro.
I like Eli.
Winning
but
2 rings is not like
if you want to have an elite.
Stop that.
Am I saying if you want to have an elite room, you're gonna have to leave somebody who might be on, should be in there out.
But
to make it
Eli,
an elite room.
Eli needs to be recognized in NFL history, though. Like he actually needs to be in something.
He is. He Peyton Manning brother.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm
Peyton
saying.
and Eli on Monday night. He made the second most
But
money in NFL history.
But that's not what I'm saying.
He's fine. Hall of Fame. If he don't get in the Hall of Fame, he'd be fine. His dad not. Archie not.
I
No,
understand.
it should be consistency though, like with the selections.
You
Like
can't.
it's a lot of
Matt Ryan shouldn't get in.
You can't.
Phillip Rivers. If we gonna have a hard one, Phillip Rivers shouldn't get in.
But the issue with
we
that
gonna have a hard
is,
line. Stafford shouldn't get in.
context does matter, right? That is a fact. We can't lose context. So, Richard Sherman is right. Like he's been player of the week 3 times. That's terrible. He was never one of but that mean that what he did and the accolades that he obtained as far as the numbers didn't mean anything?
No, it means something, but it's not enough to get you in the Hall. Because right now, okay, let's play
His numbers alone is not. So the ring plus the
Matthew
numbers.
Stafford. Matthew Stafford, just eye test. Matthew Stafford, is he better than Donovan McNabb?
Matthew Stafford is not a Hall of Famer.
Is he better than Donovan McNabb?
No.
Is he better than Steve McNair?
Hell no.
How does he better than the ring?
He got
These
better stats.
guys might not. These guys probably not getting in. Steve McNair and McNabb probably not getting in.
They're turning.
And you telling me Stafford about to get in? Like, and McNabb got to 4 straight NFCs, got to the Super Bowl. He didn't win, but his accolades are way more than Stafford.
McNabb was a top 5 quarterback at points.
McNair got an MVP and got to the Super Bowl. Almost beat the Rams, the greatest show on turf. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think Stafford in yet. He's just not good enough yet. He got the talent, but talent is not enough to get you in the Hall of Fame. You gotta have talent plus put it together and win games consistently all the time. Your team got to be in playoffs all the time.
I agree with
Period.
you.
If your team not in the playoffs all the time, you're not a Hall of Fame quarterback to me. So that's why Eli got to the playoffs like 4 times, 2 Super Bowl rings. The rest of this, it was bad. So it's like, how good were you, bro?
I don't know. He was good.
How good were you? Like, you know what I mean? That's like, to have a good haul, you got to have hard lines, bro. You gotta have hard lines.
We could debate that all day. How y'all feel about the halftime show?
I think it was good.
Top five. Shout out to Mike. I think Mike, did you say it or Mike said it? Mike,
I said it. I said it was top 5 in
It was good.
That's tough.
No, I don't think it's tough.
It's not tough.
It's not tough for me.
It's not tough.
It's not tough.
Name 5. Name 5. Mills.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
When did you see Michael Jackson?
I'd have to see Michael watch rewatches.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Rerun.
I can give you that. Come on.
You just naming great
Prince.
artists, bro.
Okay.
It was a good show.
Okay.
Bruno
Prince was
Mars.
cool. Bruno was good. Bruno was up there.
You know I don't like Bruno Mars, so.
Bruno's
Beyonce?
It was amazing.
Beyonce is fine. Great.
What number I'm at?
You can't
4.
name another one.
You have 4. You have 4.
You
Like,
can't name
come on.
another one.
You got Aerosmith might have did one.
What's his name? Wonderless. Drake guy.
Wonderless.
What's Drake guy name?
Maxwell?
No.
Huh? What?
Didn't what you call do
The Weeknd. The
Weeknd did it.
The Weeknd wasn't
That's
that great.
It was
That's
terrible.
unnecessary.
I'm just saying he just did it. That was terrible.
It was man.
Janet Jackson
Justin
was up
Bieber,
there. Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
I mean, you know, it was. Listen, I say
That's
it's top 5. I say it's top 5 because
Okay,
a combination of a lot of things, and I know everybody's happy. You know, they let rap, quote unquote, in. They let rap, you know, be the main show and not just a part of the show.
Side part, yeah.
Which was amazing, right? And I thought it was apropos for it to be in LA and to have these LA artists. I think Dr. Dre.
It's amazing.
Like, it's insane to look at those people and be like, oh my God, you're responsible for this. This is kind of crazy. It's actually almost the most insane thing, like when you look at it. And
I was telling Sean was looking like, she's like, why? She's like, why did they choose those people? She just was like, why is this the group?
That's
I was
the
like,
guy.
cause Dre. I was like, and I told her the lineage. She was like, word. I was like, yeah. I was like, this the lineage. That's what he did. He put these boys on.
Dre is the he's the greatest producer of all time. Like he is. I'm just at least
Quincy Jones
in this space. Dre is top 5 in any no. Dre is top 5 in any genre. Any genre of the world. Dr. Dre needs to be mentioned because what we saw, which first of all, that's not all of it. Obviously, we know
it was
that.
short. It was
like that's not even that's a blip on his radar. But what we saw was like, this is crazy, y'all. It was hit after hit. It was an amazing
It was like
show.
some of the biggest hip hop songs ever.
And I thought
it was literally some of the biggest hip hop songs ever. Literally. This song in each decade, it was like, oh, he got one of the biggest songs in that decade. This decade too. Oh, and
even having Kendrick there was amazing because even though Kendrick's so mystified, he is an artist. Like he is that type of artist. Like you don't see him. Like he's I don't know what he's doing right now. What is he doing? Yeah, is he making music? Like I don't know. Whatever that means.
Supposed to drop this year.
Yeah, whatever that means. He's been saying that for years. But it's just like. It was and I like the idea of the White House, the open house structure, the baby doll house. You know what I mean? So you can see. I thought that was nice, and everybody coming together.
I laughed.
You know, it's like a baby
50.
doll.
50?
No, I laughed when I saw 50.
He dropped down like a Batman, bro.
Yo, he looked a little big. I'm like,
no, 50 was fat as hell. He didn't look big. He was fat as hell. He didn't look big. He was fat as hell. 50 was like, bro, you're wildin'. Like in that video. You actually like this is called
like,
age.
Man,
we saw age.
Little milk dud up there, cuz.
Yeah.
that was like a little milk dud.
That was age at its best. That was
was that a surprise? Did they say anything? I never heard.
No, everybody concluded that 50. No, he wasn't. Everybody said 50 gonna do that because like you got to. You know what I mean? Dre gotta have 50. Gotta have them. Yeah. He gotta have Kendrick. He gotta have Snoop. That's like if a Dre having a little lineage show.
He couldn't have NWA.
He got to.
I thought it was F the police. I was like, yo, he out.
They couldn't do it.
They
was talking about how they had to censor a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. When they told Eminem not to kneel for what, I didn't know that was a thing, but he kneeled.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They told
I'm happy he did it.
They told Snoopy couldn't wear a blue bandana. He wore a blue bandana sweatsuit.
Yeah,
he's gonna put it.
I was like, yo, they crib.
But they had the whole crib joint going. I mean, it was crazy.
I said that's crazy. Yeah. I said that's crazy. I said this is crazy right here. But it was a great halftime. It was a great halftime show. Obviously,
Jesse Kanye in the stands with a ski mask on,
next to AB and North.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This Kanye stuff is, and I know we don't have to talk about it, but it is insane. I like it though. I don't know it because I like Kanye, and I'm on the fence with Kanye on a lot of things, but I appreciate this man, and I want to say this too, for what he's doing with Skeet Davidson, shout out to Skeet Davidson, and Kim Kardashian. Like I don't feel any, and I pray everybody's mental health is fine. I don't feel any type of way about or any sympathy for Kim Kardashian. I do want their family to get together if that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? I pray for that. But Kim Kardashian got famous for what Kanye West is doing right now. Like the antics and the, leaking stuff, like that's literally her family's talent. Like, so it's like, why? Like, I just seen a lot of like, oh, I can't believe bro, we got like, stop, bro. Like, he's fine. He can do whatever he wants.
I think some things he do that I wouldn't do, like all the screenshots and posting up. But I mean, that's me. I'm just not that. But I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that side.
Put on a tree suit and sit in front of the house.
But that's what they do. But I'm saying that is what they do though. Like that whole family is.
He don't gotta stoop down. Yeah, but he don't gotta stoop down to that level. He don't gotta do that. But he playing that game. That's the way of the world.
But
he choosing to play that game. But that's fine. And I respect you gonna play that game. But I wouldn't play that game. It's just like, bro, you got other things to do. But maybe he defiant for other things. I don't know.
But the issue is
the music that's coming out of it is great. That's him and Fabio, the City of Gods, the Fabio record. Did y'all hear that record?
No. The issue with that too is Rad. I want to say this too though. They're in a different stratosphere, and I don't know what that means. I've never been $1 billion rich, so I don't know what that means. And what I mean by that is doing small gestures to try to get your wife back. Maybe he needs to do this. Maybe he needs to be as public. I don't know, But Rad is.
But
gonna play this.
my one thing though. But before I'm gonna play the record, but y'all ever watched the Pete Davidson like stand up, bro? He is not funny.
I mean,
I
who-
can't watch stand-ups.
But like, I'm trying to figure out how did he become famous? What is he
Wild 'N
famous
Out.
for? Being funny?
Who's on Wild 'N Out?
Was he? Was he funny on Wild 'N
Yeah.
Out?
He wasn't one of those main, celebrities, but he held his own.
You gotta unmute Matt. Rad. I don't know.
I don't know.
can't-
I don't know how he got famous. He's just famous. I don't know how. But,
I can't for some reason pull it up, Rad.
okay.
I mean, I can't allow you to do it.
It's cool.
But we done?
Yeah, but let's talk about the Bengals. The Bengals side. Joe Burrow. Do y'all think they get back? What's more likely, they get back or they miss the playoffs?
I think it's going to be hard.
They
I don't think they'll get
not
back.
dynasty, like a good team that's gonna get back, or you.
I think it's too many teams to get past to get back now. Because the Bills should be better. The Chargers should be better. Baltimore should be better. Kansas City is Kansas City. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be hard to get through those teams. I don't think they'll make it back. But I guess Jamar Chase just bought the house next.
Not bad. It's
I
it.
guess Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's it.
You can keep
Jamar
talking.
Chase just bought the house. Just bought the house next to Joe Burrow to get a better connection with him. So they can be, more of a togetherness team. But I don't know. I don't think they'll make it back, though. I don't think they never make it back.
Yeah, me either. I don't think they'll make it back either. But shout out to Joe Burrow. He had a good season, and they need to get an offensive line. Simple as that.
Yeah, that beat fire, though.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Here to
Well, we gotta talk over this because they'll shut this down immediately.
they gotta hear it. I don't hear it.
You don't hear
Let me
it?
hear the Fabio verse, bro. Turn it up.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, bro. We can take care of you. It's fine.
It's not fair use, right?
It's fair use, bro.
Yeah.
They cheated on this joint. Yeah, he was on the back of him. It's crazy. Crazy.
Nah, he back. He back. Yeah, wildin'.
Smooth talk.
I mean, you can fast forward the Ye part. But Fabio, they saying Fabio the guy. Take over. But we'll we was on the Super Bowl and Kanye and all that. We talk about Joe Burrow. What I was about to ask? I forgot what I was about to ask.
I don't know.
Do y'all think either of these teams? Do y'all think Rams gonna make it back? Do y'all think Rams gonna make it back? Do y'all think it's gonna repeat? Is they good enough to repeat? The Stafford Cooper Cup thing is good.
I can see the Rams going back.
Well,
I can see the Rams going back with the NFC.
What you guys said he's retiring?
Because-
The coach.
Aaron Donald.
No,
I
the
think he's trying to
coach.
get more money. He's
McVay?
probably trying to get more money.
Oh, all right.
He ain't retiring. He 36, bro.
I mean, you can
The
retire
youngest
at
Super Bowl
36,
coach winner ever. You can, but to do what?
I mean, you don't got to do anything.
He's literally doing. He seems from me watching him, he seems like all he know is football. Like he literally was born into this. He played football his whole life. He literally immersed himself in football.
They got a bad
So
cap
if
situation though.
They do, but they got the players.
Yeah, but
you know what
I
I'm
can see him
saying?
going back. I mean, because Tom Brady potentially is gone.
People say he might. He got a chance to be the greatest coach of all time.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I don't think he's that good of a coach.
He got to two Super Bowls in 5 years and won one.
I understand the accolades, but I put him in that Matt Stafford category. Like, he's all right.
Oh my God. I think Sean McVay, I think he got for us to be, we watched Bill Belichick.
Maybe one of the best coaches of our eras. There's a lot of good coaches out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like to watch Bill Belichick dominate, obviously, but we never had that. The next closest dominant coach was who? Pete Carroll or Andy Reid. You know what I mean? It was like, who is this new genius guy? And it's McVay right now. It's McVay. He got the 2 Super Bowls. It was supposed to be Kyle Shanahan, right? But it's McVay. McVay got the 2 Super Bowls. He traded his quarterback away, got another quarterback, and got there and won again. All signs and shit. He got the team right. He got running backs. He got the receivers: Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. He got Matthew Stafford. The defense still. Jalen Ramsey still there. Aaron Donald still there.
It's a complete team. It's a great team. Well put together.
The GM is willing to do anything, right? As Sam said, people. I'm surprised Sam not all over that. Snead, he won. He won trading every asset he ever had. He won. He sold it all, and they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and this is the pinnacle, and now their team gonna fall apart.
So.
Yeah, but it's not many.
They have a bad cap. They got a lot of things to do. Like,
they got a bad cap and no draft picks.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's a lot.
So
they did this to win the Super Bowl. It's over. They did it. Good job.
Was it worth it?
Move on. Yes, Super Bowl is always worth it. Super Bowl is always worth it. A Super Bowl lasts you 20 years. Look at Philly. Philly won with Doug Peterson. They're okay.
And he gone. He got fired 2 years later.
And they're fine. They literally can talk about the Philly special for at least another 10 years. They'll be fine.
But what NFC team can you say can outplay them next season?
NFC is tough, right? Because you would say Green Bay, but it's like
you don't know. You don't know who's going to be where. Who's
going to be the quarterback? Some people saying Steve Young said, because I mean Tom Brady hasn't really. I guess people reading too much into Tom Brady words, and Steve Young went out there and said he could see a possibility that Tom Brady is playing for the San Fran next year.
Everybody's saying that. Everybody's
because
saying
they saying he's supposed to but Steve Young is the initial one who said it, and everybody's saying it because he said it. But they saying that he want to retire, but he probably just want to get off Tampa Bay book because he saw the writing on the wall. Tampa Bay, they just don't got it. He want to go to, I guess, a more stable place. And if Jimmy G get dealt, Trey Lance not ready, with that O-line, with that running game, with Debo and all that, they can see that he a California kid, I think. They can see him going back there to play in San Fran the next year. That's the scuttlebutt going around. We'll see. I don't know, but the NFC, like you said, is tough. Where Russ gonna go? I'm expecting a big trade. A quarterback is going to be on the team. A new quarterback is going to be. It's going to be a trade. Like a Matt Ryan gonna get traded. Aaron Rodgers, a Russell Wilson. Obviously, a Deshaun Watson. Like big name quarterbacks is going to be on the move this offseason, I believe. So you just got to see who goes where. You know what I mean? As you said, the NFC is really.
You got controversy in Arizona.
Kyler thing.
Yeah, so
why? I mean, what's going on? Why? It seems crazy. Do y'all think players are just more sensitive now than back then? Right, because he deleted all social media because all the Arizona stuff. Do y'all think players are more sensitive now than back then, or is this the most sensitive, or is it like? Are we gonna have to get used to players being like we gonna have to get used to like James Harden power? Like James Harden just, trading his way out.
I think
Ben Simmons sitting down, not playing. Kyler Murray, deleting all social media for Arizona. All this stuff that players are doing. You know what I mean? Like, is this just the new norm?
The idea of having social media is a new phenomenon. So it's like, this is not a story 15 years ago because said player couldn't delete anything on Instagram because he didn't have Instagram to delete.
But even just but having this outwardly power of using it to get you out of your
social
situation,
media,
essentially. Whatever it is, just because people, we wasn't hearing people just forcing their way out of situations. Like it was like T.O. doing that, and it was like
that's not true.
It was like T.O. and that's all, bro.
That's not true.
I'm talking about outwardly. I'm not talking about behind the backs. Everything happened behind closed doors. I'm not talking about that.
But
I'm talking about outwardly.
Certain publications we wouldn't necessarily read. I think the idea, the invention of ESPN and 24/7 or 24/8 sports coverage and so many it's just like there's so many more outlets in order to get us the information. So it's like it wasn't like that. You only had certain outlets that would publish these things. So it's like if they didn't approve of it or if the team didn't allow, I mean, it's like it was a good old boys club. I think people call us the player empowerment era, but it's like players are not in control. We gotta like they're not in control.
You don't think so?
What are they in control of?
They have a say.
They in somewhat control.
No, they're not. There is no control.
James Harden, you see what James Harden did? And Ben Simmons did?
He didn't do anything. They traded an asset. He literally was traded. they traded him.
He forced his way out of two places in 13 months.
People say that he forced his way out, but it was like the Rockets. Like, what were they gonna do with James Harden anyway? They had just
hold him
for what?
Like they doing with John Wall. John Wall cannot play.
John Wall and James Harden are two different players. You're naming John Wall. I haven't seen John Wall play in 8 years.
I'm talking about the money I'm saying they paying John Wall $40 million to not play.
That's irrelevant. I'm saying
they holding him hostage.
My point is, it's a merry-go-round.
He wants to play.
Players are going different places because there are shorter contracts. Right? That's just the facts. There are shorter contracts, so you can finagle your way. Like, I don't like James Harden forced his way out. That's one player.
Ben Simmons forced his way out.
That's two.
Essentially.
Anybody else? I mean, it's like I don't think I think we just make this such a huge deal. It's not that big of a deal, yeah. It's like a couple players. And it was always a couple players. It was always a couple players. It's always been a couple players this season that forced their way out of something. I don't think
trying to force his way out.
Who?
They saying he gonna get out. Zion.
Okay, Zion. So what? Zion. But Zion doesn't have
Melo.
Zion doesn't have to. I mean, you're naming players like that has in the past, just
that forced their way out.
You're right, but we could keep going though. It was a lot of players like back in the day who forced their way out. I mean, it's
but
like
I'm saying haven't been that many at the same time. So
it's not that many at the same time. It's only two players. We just named two, right? I think that we gotta like pause and just look at the landscape and say, who really has control?
Kawhi.
What did Kawhi force his way out? You talking about
Spurs.
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Kawhi literally said, "I'm not playing because I feel like I'm injured."
He said, "I'm not playing for y'all no more because y'all don't believe me. Trade me."
I know, but that's a once in a lifetime thing. Like if somebody says that I'm injured, you're saying I'm not. Like that's crazy. That's something crazy.
AD.
And they didn't trade Kawhi Leonard like that. They eventually did.
AD forced his way out.
AD wild out. He went nuclear. But AD had leverage though.
Everybody just doing it. I'm saying
we named 5 players, y'all. Hey.
I literally just kept naming them for 10 minutes straight.
Brad, when Trey Mann forces his way out, or Josh Giddey or somebody like that, then we can talk. But we're naming like the high-profile players who've always done this. This is not a new scenario. They have leverage. They have celebrity. Like you don't like. I mean, I think it's more like we hear it more. I think my point is it's a spin narrative. They're actually spinning this to make us look at the players in a negative light when it's only
I'm
like
not looking at them negative.
Players,
they can do what they want. I can care less, but I'm just saying I think
it's gonna be everybody else though. Everybody, oh my God, the league is so terrible. They're crying. They don't. It's like, bro, it's like 2 players. It's like literally James Harden and
at the end of the day, it's entertainment. At the end of the day,
and they got traded for each other.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's all entertainment, and they doing entertainment, getting paid a lot of money to hoop.
And the league started
as long as they hooping.
The league started this.
I don't care.
It was nobody but the league. They made the players bigger than the teams. They
should be.
Okay, for whatever reason, I'm just saying they made the play once they switched, and the player became bigger than the team. The league, that's when leverage switched. Now, granted, the players really don't have leverage. Trust me, they don't. They lose every CBA. They never. It's always concessions on their part. They do. Like they don't lose.
In the NFL.
No, in the NBA. In the NBA, trust me, they lose. No owner would start a season without winning a CBA. That I have the power. I have the money. You need to get paid. Like when LeBron James, when they all had an issue with the bubble, everybody went to the bubble. Like they just went and they played. So
because they couldn't get paid because it's the money.
My point is, you need this money. I have it. You need to do what I tell you to do. Most of the players do it. You got a couple players that want from the plantation every now and again, but most of the players stay on the plantation. And this is no disrespect to any people that were slaves. I do not mean that in that way, but it's just the facts.
Who you disrespecting?
I don't want to disrespect slaves because they.
Who?
Are you saying that may not be a lie?
Listening?
I don't know. Even on their dead graves. I don't mean to disrespect any slave family members because that was a traumatic situation. But So shout out to everybody. Shout out to prayers to everybody that's involved in the situation. Shout out to my guy Mike out there. Hopefully all is well. And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's all I got. Spars, yeah, that's it.
Who?
Recording stopped.
How long was that?
Remember them regular days when there wasn't more watches for me. Now the money keep calling for me. I'm feeling like everyone plotting on me. Gotta pray for my people, the block where they stay. And I know they all counting on me. To go, we going straight to the top. You can't never look down on